Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. We are doing a fun little book video today. I am doing the mid-year book tag that I've been seeing going around on YouTube. So I thought I'd go ahead and do that for you guys before I miss my chance, because knowing myself, if I don't do it right now, I'll miss that chance because the middle of the year is only for so long, you know? I do have a list of questions on my phone here. I'm gonna be referencing that quite a bit. Make yourselves comfortable. It's gonna be a little bit chatty, talking about books. I've got myself a delicious cup of Gatorade. Wishing it was coffee right now, but coffee's not sitting well with me and this baby, and something about pregnancy makes me so thirsty. Gatorade has really been helping that, so get yourself a yummy drink. All right, now before we jump in and get started, I do want to just start off by saying beginning of this year has not been the best reading time for me. It's been a little bit touch and go. Also with being pregnant, not been feeling like reading. I was on a roll. I was reading so many books. Well, so many books to me. I can only read so many. I'm not that fast of a reader. But I was like ahead of my goal. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna hit my goal like way earlier than by the end of the year. And then it came to a screeching halt. So it's a little bit slim pickings for the books that I have, but we're gonna make it work. It's gonna be great. First one on the list is best book you've read so far in 2023. And for me, that would be Never Lie by Freida McFadden. It was just a great book. I couldn't put it down. I couldn't wait to find out the ending of it. It was a 5-star read for me. It was just amazing. I love a good plot twist. I love being shocked by a book, and this is what that book did. It was so good. I highly recommend this book. I probably will reread it at some point, but not right away because I just kind of read it, but very good book. Then we have best sequel that you've read in 2023. So this is where it already starts to get a little interesting. I am currently in my, I guess you'd call it rereading era, where I've just been in the mood to reread books. So my best sequel that I've read this year is New Moon, the second book in the Twilight Saga. It will forever be my favorite book in the series and kind of one of my favorites of all time. I love this book. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I'm Team Jacob, and it just was really good. I read some other sequels of like newer books and they were newer reads. Didn't like them as much as I like this one. So this is the best one for me this year so far. The next one is new release that you haven't read yet. So like a book that's been released and has been out this year but just haven't gotten around to reading it, and I honestly don't have one. I feel terrible saying that, but I just don't, because I'm so much into just rereading books right now that everything new that's like come out this year, I'm not really wanting to go ahead and read. For the next one, most anticipated new release of this year is Never a Hero by Vanessa Len. I do have the first book. I think I've got it here, yeah. Only a Monster is the first book in that series, and I absolutely devoured this book. This one I read last year, or else it would be on the list of like one of the great books I've read. But I read that one last year, but I'm very, very much anticipating reading that second book. And when that comes out, I'm pretty sure it's the end of August when that one finally releases. So I cannot wait to get my hands on that and read that because it's going to be amazing. I just know it. Biggest surprise is the next one, which I guess means like a book that surprised you the most out of all the ones you've read, and like surprised you in that you liked it, I guess. Which for me would be The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I was very, very surprised that I liked this because I had heard so many negative reviews. I don't think I heard one positive review from anyone. Everyone was like, it's terrible, it's boring, it's just not good. And so I was not expecting to like it at all. But I really did. I actually liked it better than the movies, which I've said before. But I was very surprised by that because like, oh, everybody seems to like almost hate this book. And I was like, well, why would I like it? I don't know why I even bothered to pick it up, but I was like, I think it was on Kindle Unlimited or something. So I was like, I'll just go ahead and read it. And I really liked it, and I actually like went out and bought a physical copy to have for myself. So this is a really good read. It's very cute, very sweet, and I highly recommend it. Favorite new author of the year would definitely be Freida McFadden. I just love her books. For the same reason I love the first book, I love a good plot twist. I love a good mystery. I love not being able to figure it out before the end of the book. I just love that surprise. I think because I grew up reading so many Nancy Drew books and mysteries and stuff when I was little, that if it's too obvious, then it's just kind of boring for me. I love that surprise. I love that shock. I love when my jaw drops to the floor and I'm like, I cannot believe that just happened. I did not see it coming. Is amazing, and she seems to do it every single time. So I love her. Okay, this is another one I didn't have an answer for, and I'm sorry. New fictional crush. I don't know if it's just my age. I don't know if it's because I'm married, but I really don't have like fictional crushes. I don't know. I did when I was little, like, oh boy, did I love Peeta, and did I love Jacob Black, and you know, all of those characters. But now I'm just like, well, I just read the book and I enjoyed the characters and I enjoyed the relationship between the two, but I'm not like, oh, I'm in love with this boy. I don't know. I maybe it's because I'm almost 30. Maybe it's just a thing that happens with age, but I'm just like, don't have one. Sorry. I mean, I have my old one still. I still love Jacob. I still love Peeta, but you know, don't got a new one. Oh goodness. Book that made you cry. I actually have a few. I figured I'd grab all the ones because 2 of them were rereads and the one was a new read for this year. The new read is If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. I have to be completely honest, did not love this book. I kind of really disliked this book, but I did cry. You kind of have to be heartless to get to the end of this book and not cry. Like, it's very heartbreaking. It's very sad. But like everything leading up to that, like I just didn't love the characters. They kind of annoyed me. It just wasn't my favorite book, but it did make me cry. It did break my heart in the end. So that one made me cry. New Moon made me cry. I always cry at New Moon. The part, oh my gosh, that one part in the middle with Jacob breaks my heart every time. I also cried at Mockingjay. You know, just some old classics. I cried at both. I could probably attribute crying at these books to the pregnancy because like I know it's gonna happen. Like, I've read it before and it still hit me. It still hurt. I still cried. And so yeah, hormones are crazy right now and I've been crying over everything. So not surprised that I cried at these books. Book that made you happy. This is kind of a stretch. It's The Hunger Games. Obviously, it's not a happy-go-lucky book. It's not a feel-good book, but it made me happy to reread it. It made me happy to go back into this world, to revisit these characters, and just feel all of that again. Just was great because it'd been so long since I'd first read them. It just almost felt like reading them new again, and it was great, and it really did make me so happy to read them. So that's a book that made me happy this year. It's just a classic and it's always a favorite for me. The most beautiful book you've bought this year or had been gifted, but I bought this one myself, and it is like one of the special edition covers of Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I loved this cover. I've seen it like on different social medias and stuff. I think it's the UK version, but I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it is. And when I saw it, I was like, I just really want that cover. I like it better than the other ones. I think it's just cute and just pretty, and I love the pink and I don't know, the suit of armor on it. Like I love this cover, and so I just thought it was too pretty to not get this version. Though I don't know how I'm gonna get my hands on the second book in this same style of cover because it seems a little bit crazy and pretty expensive for a paperback, but we'll see. Then last but not least, I went through these so fast, guys. I'm surprised. Usually I'm like such a chatty person and I thought I'd chat so much more, but I'm just firing through these, I guess, just getting them off the list because I'm already on the last one. And the last one is, what book do you need to read by the end of the year? I have to read this book before the end of this year. It is The Octonumi, which I've shown a couple times, just the beautiful cover of it. And honestly, I literally think I've said a couple times, I don't even know who it's by, but I think the author is here. Let me see that. So Trevor Allen Forrest, I think that's an I. The font is a little crazy. So I saw this book again on social media. I just couldn't believe how beautiful it was and just all of the details on it. And like I've said before, I was like, I don't know what that book's about. I don't care what that book's about. I need to own it and I need to read it. So yeah, I haven't read it yet. got it at Christmas and I need to read it, but I've just been in my reading slump. I've just not been feeling it. I'm also scared to damage it in any way. Makes me sad if I like scratched it or anything, but I just have to do it. I have to read it because I also have, my sister went ahead and got me the second book as well. Like, oof, I just need to get on it. I need to read this book. Oh, and it smells so good. Oh, it's so pretty. So yeah, that is the book that I need to read before the end of this year. I'm thinking maybe after I finish the Twilight series, I might read that, which I'm very happy. I think Twilight has been helping. I'm not reading as much as I had been earlier in the year, but I'm reading again, which I'm very happy about. So I'm enjoying my Twilight books. I'm enjoying the nostalgia, and it's been really good. I think that's been helpful. And I think if I just stick to, if you guys had seen, I'll link it in the description for you, but I had done a TBR video of books that I want to reread and see if that got me out of my reading slump, which I think it's helping. But I'm hoping maybe I could like slip this one in between the books on that list. We'll see. But yeah, that is my mid-year reading wrap-up tag, whatever you want to call it. I wish I had more books to talk about, but I don't. I know there's some people that I've seen do videos of this where they have like multiple books for each category, and I'm like, I don't. I wish I did. I think I'm at 29 books. I'm gonna check my Goodreads. 27, holy moly. I'm in the middle of my 28th book, and my reading goal I had set as 50, which I thought I was gonna like very quickly surpass that with how quick I was reading. Has not happened. So I've read 27 books. So I've not read enough to have multiples for each category, as there's like some amazing people out there who can read, who have read like 100 books already, and I'm like, oh, or 60 books or 50 books. I'm like, I can't do that. Can't do that. But I'm enjoying reading right now. So I think that's part of it too. I was trying to just like read so quickly and get so many books checked off my list that I wasn't fully appreciating them and enjoying them. So the slump kind of has helped me to like, okay, let's calm down. Let's take our time reading these books, enjoy reading these books, and don't make it just a chore or a job or something that I have to do. Just read it because you enjoy doing that. So that's been great. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, comment, like, subscribe, do all the fun things. And I do also want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers. I know we're only at like around 450, and I know that's not a lot for people on YouTube, but for me, that's a lot, and that means a lot. And I'm just so appreciative that there are people out there who are wanting to subscribe to my channel and see my videos, and it means so much. So I just want to say thank you to you guys, because it's just so sweet and it's amazing, and hopefully we can keep growing and talk about more books and more mom things and all the fun stuff. Well, I hope it's fun stuff for you guys. It is for me. But talk about all the fun stuff here on this channel. But yeah, that's all I have for today though. I hope you guys are having a great day no matter what you're doing, and I will see you guys next week on Friday in my next video. Bye.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. Say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.